From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good afternoon, State College. Mike Wojtowicz here with your Campus Weather Service Wednesday afternoon forecast. And what a beautiful afternoon it is for us as we look at our live cam over Beaver Stadium. Plentiful sunshine out there for us despite a few high cirrus clouds. Temperatures are also quite mild at this hour as well, already sitting at 52 degrees as we approach the lunchtime hour. Those winds out of the southwest at 9 miles per hour. And today is really just a continuation of a prolonged dry stretch of weather that we've seen here across the Commonwealth. In fact, here in State College, we were off to our driest start to November in 12 years. You have to go all the way back to 2011 to find something drier. And this dry weather for us is really going to continue over the next couple of days. However, there are changes on the way as we are tracking a cold front that's going to approach the region on Friday and bring a return to some wet weather. With our cold front, we also are going to usher in a cool down as we head into the weekend and early next week. Our highs are going to be going from a bit above average, generally in the 50s to low 60s, to only topping out in the 40s as we head into the next week. But as of right now, we're still holding on to the mild weather for us. You can see temperatures generally in the upper 40s to a few areas already touching 60s. Du Bois, the warm spot right now at 60 degrees. And as we widen things out to look at the rest of the state, very similar story. A bit cooler as you head further east, generally in the upper 40s to the lower 50s. But west of the Laurel Highlands, we're really warming things up nicely this afternoon with many of us already breaking into the 60s. I think many of us will continue to rise through the 60s this afternoon, but I think many more of us will actually break into the 60s as we head into the day tomorrow. Another mild and beautiful day on tap for tomorrow. So look forward to that. Radar and satellite, nothing at all really to talk about despite a few high-level clouds. And as we take a look at our future radar, similar story. Just a couple passing clouds. I think this model is overdoing it a little bit. These are going to be mostly high-level clouds, so I think the sunshine is what dominates your forecast this afternoon. Regardless, clear skies as we head into overnight tonight and as we head into the day tomorrow. A beautiful day. I mentioned those mild conditions. We'll look at our high temperatures tomorrow, generally ranging in the 60s for most of us. A few locations in the higher elevations of northern Pennsylvania will hold on to the 50s, but regardless, a beautiful, mild mid-November day for your day tomorrow. Changes will begin to usher in on Friday as we watch our front approach the region, with showers moving in as we head towards the evening hours. However, I do expect most of the day on Friday will be dry. So if you're traveling, heading home for Thanksgiving break, if you leave earlier in the afternoon, you likely will avoid the wet weather. However, later into the evening, into the overnight hours is when some of those showers will push into the region. Now, to get an idea of how our pattern is going to change behind this front, we can take a look at our upper air heights. On Friday, we're going to begin to see this trough begin to dig into the Great Lakes region. Out ahead of that is where we're going to have our front. Our front will slide through Pennsylvania as we head into the day on Saturday, and really as we head later into the weekend, we're going to see that trough begin to dig into portions of the northeastern United States. That's going to usher in some cooler and some more unsettled weather for us as we head later into the weekend and into early next week. But until then, all we have is just some mild sunshine for us, plentiful sunshine today with temperatures topping out in the mid-50s for us, winds out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we head overnight tonight, looking at a clear and crisp night, temperatures dipping to around 35 degrees with those winds out of the southwest at 3 to 6 miles per hour rather. And as we head into the day tomorrow, as I mentioned, a beautiful mild afternoon for us. Temperatures topping out into the low 60s. Those winds are going to be out of the southwest for us at 2 to 5 miles per hour. And as we take a look at your 7-day forecast, beyond Thursday, as I mentioned, there's our afternoon rain for Friday. Like I said, most of Friday should remain dry, but if you're traveling, keep an eye out for those showers as you head into the evening hours. But behind our front on Friday, we will dry things out for the rest of the weekend. However, cool things down quite significantly. As I mentioned, our highs are only going to be topping out into the 40s, with our next chance of unsettled weather moving in middle of next week. Well, that does it for your Campus Weather Service forecast. My name is Michael Wojtowicz. Have a great afternoon.